Let's now throw it over to Sabrina, who has a story on one of Notre Dame's captains. Sabrina?
Yeah, linebacker Drayk Bowen grew up in Indiana chasing a dream that began at Andrean High School. So how did he make it to where he is now? I went back to Andrean to talk with his former coach and find out. Notre Dame linebacker Drayk Bowen's journey began here at Andrean High School in Maryville, Indiana. This is the same field he put in the work day in and day out. And guiding and shaping him was his head coach, Chris Skinner.
He's one of the hardest workers that's ever come through here.
Bowen was a part of Coach Skinner's program from 2019 to 2022, and the lessons he learned during that time still guide him today. Talk about Coach Skinner. I mean, how did he kind of help develop you as a player and also as a person?
Yeah, he's really smart. So he taught me a lot about what he's saying as he was the offensive coordinator. So just what he's saying as offense, how that affects the defense, and that was just something that I really try to learn from him, is just what he's seeing from a coach's perspective, how I can use that on defense and help our defense.
But as with most great relationships, sometimes it's the coach who learns a thing or two from the player.
For us as coaches, learning how we can push athletes of his caliber, and not just from the athletic side. He was outstanding in the classroom, honors, AP, high GPA. He went about his business in the building, but the way that he went about achieving and fulfilling that potential gave us insight into how to do it. And that's things that we've continued to do with some of our high-profile players that have come after him.
In 2021, Andrean captured a Class 2A state championship. When I spoke with Drayk, he shared how his time at the school helped prepare him for the next level.
You're playing against a bigger competition. We were 2A, but we didn't play 2A school till playoffs. So you're preparing against different offenses every week. Some are going to be more pass game, some are more run game, and so you're just learning different types of offenses. And what really helped me was learning the run game. In Indiana, it's a big running state, so you run the ball a lot. And it helped me learn where I'm supposed to fit, tackling in the box, being able to tackle out of the box.
Now a junior at Notre Dame, he has some words of advice for the current players learning and growing under his old coach.
Listen and really try to ask questions and learn. That's one thing where I would ask a lot of questions about. I want to understand the why. I can just do it. But then if I understand the why, I understand why I'm doing it.
Although winning the 2A state championship was a highlight for both, Skinner reflected on something deeper, something that extended beyond a single moment.
I always tell people something that I appreciate a lot about Drayk that maybe I didn't in the moment was the amount of humility he had as a human being. If you were to just walk through the building, you would never know that he was a high-profile athlete. He wasn't loud or boisterous. Like I said, he went about his business in the classroom, a good student. But man, when the lights would flick on, he just transformed into a maniacal competitor.
That competitor stepped into a leadership role as a captain for the Irish, maintaining the same hard work on the field that he showed in high school. I mean, it was so great to talk to Coach Skinner. And you talk about them still texting every single day. You talked about him texting him before game day, after game day. They still have that really great relationship. And this should be motivation for some high school kids as well. You put in the hard work and the consistency, and it pays off.
You could just see he almost feels like he grew up to be in this moment here for Notre Dame. Such a great story there, Sabrina.
Definitely. Thank you so much. Well, we have